Hello and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early, here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel at 4:45 a.m. and goes until 5 a.m. and then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live and goes until 5 p.m. Different show altogether. Today we're talking about forgiveness, a really interesting topic in its relationship to productivity. For those who are new to the show, we are a show aimed at entrepreneurs, those who have their own business, those who like to own their own business, and those who would simply like to live in abundance like a boss. As you may also be able to discern from the show's title, we're also interested in the ideal of using joy itself as a technology to move us towards our goals and objectives. We encourage everyone to start their own business that they may be able to eventually live that life of abundance. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see more about us. We offer live one-on-one Productive Through Joy consulting, and we also give really powerful live presentations to universities, schools, and groups with a special focus on reaching out to the youth because we believe the youth need to be productive and need to be enjoyers. If you have kids you know who are younger, or have folks in your life who are millennials, for example, on the younger part of the millennial scale, they are stressed and not oftentimes in the joy. All right. Again, if you are new, let me say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. I'm the author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people call my people. Yeah. And I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson, where Michael Brown, of course, was murdered, and the conflagration that ensued happened there as well. That book will have its American premiere February 2018 in bookstores everywhere on Third World Press here in the States. I am also the former executive director of the World Stage, a literary and jazz venue here in California. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. I am currently a professor of English literature at Loyola Marymount University here in Los Angeles. I'm an expert at being productive, all right? I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity, given how crazy my own personal narrative is. I am the product of a young girl who was raped at 16, gave birth to me at 17, then subsequently gave me up for adoption when she was a 17-year-old girl to a single divorcee. Uh, at the time, I was just a month old or so. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" Right? And if I can be this productive through joy, so can many of us who are watching the show. All right. Okay. Today we're talking about forgiveness. A really interesting topic today in productivity. Please go to productivethroughjoy.com or please become a subscriber here on this channel, YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and you'll receive all the videos and information. You can also, of course, go to simply michaeldatcher.com as well. In the morning show, we like to, and we'll dive into the main topic in a few seconds. In the morning show, we like to also hit on the ideal of framing your day before your day has a chance to frame you. At times, we'll wake up with trouble on our mind that'll follow us throughout our day. We'll go to sleep with that same trouble on our mind, wake up again with that same trouble, and we find ourselves in these cycles of just being down, having the blues, being stressed because having trouble on your mind creates stress, and as we know, stress is a killer. It really impinges upon our health, both physically and mentally. And so we help people who are seeking to live in abundance like a boss deal with stress because that's a part of what you deal with when you're kind of going outside the box. You're really pushing yourself to pursue your dreams. And so we do this in the context of a ritual. A ritual can be defined as essentially doing the same thing at around the same time. Let me give you my brief morning ritual. In the mornings, I wake up at 3:45 a.m. I read a couple of spiritual indoor business books. I then do our show right now at 4:45 a.m. Until 5, and then I work on my current novel until basically sunrise. Then at sunrise, I walk to the beach. I live here along the coast in Venice Beach, California. I bring out my drum, I meditate, I pray, I do yoga. It's a powerful time in the morning here along the coast. It's really a game changer. I thank God for it every day. Then I come back to the house. I work on my current book for a while longer. Then I go back to the beach to run up the coast all the way past Santa Monica's Pier. Then come all the way back, running to my gym, Gold's Gym, to get my workout in, get my buff on. So by 9:30, guys, I'm feeling amazing. My body is being flooded with endorphins. I leverage that endorphin release to move me towards my goals and objectives, which for me involve publishing, real estate, of course, and consulting. And we're not saying do what I do, but we are saying do something every day in a ritualized manner, because life happens with us, to us, on us, for us every day. So this makes sense to do that. So I'm reading two great books now. I'm reading The Nag Hammadi Reader. Just see the spine of the book. Yep. I'll just show you the spine. If you can see that. Bam. I'm also reading a new book. I just finished Jen Sincero's book, You Are a Badass at Making Money, which is a funny, powerful book. So I began a new book to replace that, which is Own the Moment, which is a book I just began, but it seems to be about identifying those moments in your life and then seizing it, owning them, really allow them to be a part of you, not being afraid of the moment, not running from the moment, owning it, right? And so from those two books now that I'm reading, I extract some wisdom, which I call the morning chant. So today's morning chant is, as a meditating natural mystic, I forgive others in myself because I am one with the abundant awe, right? So today's morning chant, once again, is, as a meditating natural mystic, I forgive others in myself because I am one with the abundant awe, all right? So from that, I think about that throughout my day. I contemplate that idea. Then I also create the morning and afternoon shows based upon that inspired reading. So today we're talking about forgiveness and productivity. Again, please go. If you're enjoying the show, first of all, swipe left or right across your device to invite people to join the conversation, all right? Let's dive in. So point one is, you want to start by forgiving yourself. Because we know ourselves most. We know our foibles, our mistakes, our shortcomings, and we oftentimes carry them from some of our earliest memories, from childhood for many of us. Our mistakes, things that have happened to us that we've been involved in, that we didn't fight hard enough against, that we blame ourselves for, that we were only children at the time. And for a lot of us, including myself, it's hard to forgive ourselves. Those memories haunt us and certainly can have an impact on us. And so a part of the work that has got to be done, we find, to really be in the joy, but also to be abundant, we find. In abundance, let me, as a quick clarification, abundance, when we speak about abundance on the show and also the business, we're talking about what we call kind of a whole wealth or holistic abundance, which means, and sure, that involves financial security, financial abundance, money, the greenbacks. As my boy says, the green gods. It involves that, of course. Having nice things, having a nice crib, living at the beach, whatever you value, it does involve that. But equally important, it involves abundance in terms of love, family, being with your family, loving your family, having someone to love, someone who loves you, having an intimate partner who you care about. Really an abundant life, having your health, doing good on the planet. Really an abundant life. And that takes work. But that's what we find, because in this business we encounter, as you can imagine, many people of different types of backgrounds, and many of them are financially astute, and as a result are financially secure, doing super well. And we also find that those folks, oftentimes those people can be pretty unhappy. I'm not sure why that's always true, often true, but maybe it's because once you've made a certain amount of money, you recognize that, gosh, I have what other people want and need, and yet I'm still unhappy, and that can make it even more unhappy. So whatever the reason, I'm not sure. Everyone is different, of course, for their unhappiness or their lack of completeness or lack of feeling of joy. But I'm just here to tell you that money, abundance in terms of physical, financial resources is not enough. Although it can play an important role because it gives you freedom, it gives you options. We believe in making money here, no doubt, and having resources. because it gives you freedom. But that is not enough, guys. You have to truly be in the joy. You have to be able to have an abundant life in terms of your relationships. That's what we find, because people are social creatures, and our relations with our family, friends, colleagues is important. And so a part of that process is learning how to forgive ourselves, because when we forgive ourselves, we're able to move forward and be present in the moment. For many of us, including myself, we find ourselves living in some pastime paradise thing. Dang, I should have done this. If only I would have done this would have happened as an outcome. That can really hold us back from really seeing the beauty all around us, which goes into point 2. Once you are able to forgive yourself, you're then able to forgive others. If we reach back to our childhood piece, oftentimes because children are not, we haven't done in this country a good job at protecting our kids. It's probably true in other countries as well, but I know this country the best because I was raised here. Although I've, of course, traveled to other countries as well. But too many people have stories of violation as children, men and women. And we've got to do a better job of protecting our kids. And at times those kids blame themselves, but they also blame, for good reason, other people who violated them or allowed them to be violated. And we, although it seems odd, but being able to forgive those people who've hurt us, not that we need to forget or have them in our lives, frankly, but just for our own souls, so we can move forward. It's important to forgive them just to move forward, which goes into point 3. As you begin to forgive yourself, forgive others, you can then clear your space, clear your head, at times even clear your heart, so you can then be fully present to the present moment. So I'm reading this book now called Owning the Moment, Own the Moment, which is, I'm sure it's going to eventually get into in more detail about the import of the moment. But even so far, I get a sense of that, because the moment is what it's about, and owning the moment and breaking those moments down, getting up when that alarm goes on, starting your day, diving into it. I've been having a difficult time lately getting up on that first alarm, although I get up really early, obviously, because I'm facing, responsibility. It's like, I need to go produce and do what I do. And at times you just want to not go produce. You want to just lay in bed and man, just give in to the pillow. I totally get that, trust me. But I find that when I don't own that initial moment of getting up, things do not go my way as much, right? So I'm still learning and working and doing what I need to do as well. We're in this thing together in a real way, right? So there it is. Once you're able to forgive yourself, forgive others, you can then be more fully in the present moment. And when you are more fully in the present moment, you can have more victory in the present moment, which is what it's about, guys. Victory for you, for your family, for other people. Because when you have victory, you're able to have the resources to be a blessing, be an encouragement, be a resource for other people. It isn't just about us having some nice car or nice house or whatever it is, some beachy lifestyle, although those things are totally fine. It's about what can we do with those resources? How do we serve people around us and become a blessing to other people and become a resource for other people, guys? That's important stuff, guys. And as in terms of being abundant, you want to have that as a mindset. All right, so boom, goes the dynamite. That's all for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early, here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel. Please become a subscriber, receive all these videos, reach out to us. We also, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com. We offer live one-on-one Productive Through Joy consulting. We also have a very powerful, I come out and speak to colleges, me speaking, speak to colleges, high schools, as well as organizations of various stripes, with a special focus on the youth. We really like speaking to the youth. It's really important to us because the youth is the future, of course. I think that's it. Thanks for being here. You can also go to michaeldatcher.com to learn more about me personally. That's it. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. So until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.